about to go and destroy my hamstrings first, and right after that, my quads. How am I gonna do that as efficiently and as productively as possible? Well, it's a it's a mix of not really so many different exercises, so many different machines, but a mix of approaches and yeah, just overall the approach, right? Because I can stay on one machine, like I can lay down on that laying hamstring machine and just finish up my hamstrings right there, and I can give myself a pretty good variety of exercises. So what am I talking about? When I'm fresh, when I'm 100%, ready to go, sometimes I like to go a little bit heavier and just, you know, kind of challenge myself like that and pump out faster paced reps. But as of lately, I've been doing the opposite. I've started with lighter weight and just squeezing focus sets at first, which I don't think is such a bad idea since if you do that, you can kind of gauge how your muscles are working. You can, warm them up in, you know, the set isn't a warm up, but by you going a little bit lighter than you can, by you squeezing and really controlling the set, it's kind of like building you up to whatever your max weight is so that you can go ahead and do it properly, with no kind of risk of injury, no added risk of injury, because there's always a risk of injury when you're working out. So you're never going to get away from that. So you try to minimize that as much as you can. By doing this kind of approach, you're minimizing your risk of injury. So yeah, that's definitely my approach today. And moving forward, I think that's a pretty smart thing to do. So yeah, enough talking. I'll see you in there for my first set. Last time I was doing this machine, I was starting with the whole stack. And yeah, so not quite the whole stack today. 160. I'm gonna just try and take it as slow, as controlled as possible. Maybe I'll go up and wait in a couple sets. Yeah, so anytime I start with my squeezing focus sets, I can really start to feel my hamstrings being worked. So that's exactly one of the reasons why I like to start with this type of set, just so I can be done faster. That was a little bit too heavy though. Let me go down to I want to say 145, so 15 pounds less. This set is going to be a lot different than the first one, which is exactly what I was telling you about in the car talk. Well, maybe not exactly, because it's not on the same machine, but just the approach, right? That first 3 sets was like squeeze and focused. This one I'm about to do, it's going to be a lot faster. Not heavier technically, because I was pulling around more weight over there, but for this machine, this is a lot of weight, at least for me. So, about as heavy as I can go, so that I can have a good set in here, right? I don't want to do too much weight and then just have like an okay type of set, you know? So, I'm gonna start setting like this. Once I get more tired, I might just hunch over a little bit more, so. Yeah. That felt good also. I mean, I wouldn't do just 6 or however many sets strictly of slow and controlled sets. And I wouldn't do the same for this type of set. Why? Because there's a sweet spot, you know, 50-50, 40-60, whatever the fuck you want to do. Just kind of, balance it out so that you're not missing out on either one. And I think you'll see more gains like that, dude, honestly. So, a couple more sets just like that and I'll be done. I think one more at least. Well, definitely one more, but I'm saying after this one, maybe one more. Honestly, I feel pretty pumped right now. Not as pumped as I want to be. So that's kind of why I'm thinking 2 more probably. Even though I would like to be finished with this one, but I'm probably not going to be as pumped as I want to be just with this set. Unless I make it like a really, really good one. Which honestly should be my approach before any fucking set, to have my best set ever, right? Because if not, what the fuck am I doing? Pretty much just wasting time. So let me try and go crazy. Yeah. I can't give you a specific, well, not a specific, but I can't say for sure that that was my last set, because it takes me a couple seconds to actually, stand up and just see how my actual hamstrings are feeling after a set. But that was a pretty good one, so maybe that was my last one, maybe not. You'll find out. I could do 5 and 5 till failure, or I could do just one leg at a time, take it to failure, switch over to the next one. Pick your poison, honestly, with this type of movement, this type of exercise. It's pretty much the same. Only thing that changes is that if you do it 5 and 5, you kind of get a little bit more rest per leg. So theoretically, you could go for more reps. So be mindful with that information, because you might be here doing 30 fucking sets. I mean, 30 fucking reps per leg, which I've done it before, and it's not the most pleasant thing in the world. Let me just put it that way. But I think I'll do 5 and 5, so I'll demonstrate that for you. Okay. Time for squats. I like that pace. I think before, if you go and look back at my previous squats, last leg day, my tempo is like off. I don't know why. I'm like wasting a lot of energy. Sorry, I'm out of fucking breath. But yeah, if you have a good tempo, then you're not wasting as much energy. So that can go into your fucking squat, right? So I think that was good. At least one more. Well, what am I saying? At least like 3 more. All right, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow for chest.